good with it, YouTube fight fans all over the world? You dig? It's your boy Real Talk Boxing. Snuck through the back door on you boys and you girls. Snuck through the back door. We're gonna do a little live stream over this Chris Colbert versus Nyambayar. Have no idea who this dude is, but we're gonna check it out anyway. Haven't done a live stream in a while, so I figured I'd get on here and do one. What's up, man? What's the deal? I don't expect many people to pop in. There's probably not many people watching this fight. But, I like Chris Colbert, man. And I want to see him, up and coming and hopefully be a world champion one of these days. But your boy is here. You dig? We got 3 in, 1 like. Whoever's in, announce yourself. Who is it? What's the deal? Frederico in the house. What's good, my man? Frederico. 5 in, 2 likes. Are you watching the Colbert fight? Frederico, African Shaolin in the house. What's good, brother? Ride or die, these guys are right here. African Shaolin, you watching the Chris Colbert fight? You checking this out? We got 6 in, 7 in, 2 likes. Who else in here? Announce yourself, man. Let me know who kicking it with Real Talk. Announce yourself. We're going to have a little fun tonight. They just recapped the Mario Barrios versus Tank Davis, which was a great fight, by the way. Tremendous fight, action-packed. Proud of both fighters in that fight, but Tank came out victorious. You watching? Cool. That's what's up. Hey, Shaolin, do you know anything about his opponent? Nyambayar? Because I don't know anything about him. I know he has 1 loss, and I believe it's against Gary Russell Jr. And I think he's an Olympian. Francisco, what's good, brother? David, what's going on? Mr. Eugene, what's going on? We got 8 in, 5 likes. I like those likes. Closer to the everybody who's in. We like that. Back knuckle, people, back knuckle. What fights are you guys excited to see? Any up and coming fights you guys excited to see? Oh, you're not sure, Shaolin? I'm not either. I'll tell you the fight I'm really anxious to see, y'all. I'm ready to see Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. I'm really ready to see that. And what else am I ready to see? I'm kind of ready to see Deontay and Fury, just to get that knocked out of the way. I'm anxious to see if Canelo is actually going to fight Caleb Plant. I hear that they're looking at other opponents, and Canelo is not going back down to 160, so he's staying at super middleweight. And there's a handful of top contenders that he could fight other than Plant. Or you could fight David Benavidez. That's really what I want to see. Greetings from Cyprus. Appreciate it, Eugene. Am I excited about Joshua Usyk? I'm okay with that fight. We all know who we would rather see AJ fight, but Usyk is a good solid opponent, man. I don't see Usyk winning the fight. I see him making it very frustrating for Joshua in the beginning, but I see Joshua catching up with him, man, and really using that big body, that big frame to break him down. But it's going to be a good fight. I'm not sleeping on Usyk, man. I'm not. How do you pronounce your name? Smirking? Smirking? I might be pronouncing it wrong. I'm horrible with names. Usyk is a real good, solid fighter. He's unorthodox, too. And he throws a lot of combinations for a big guy. A lot of combinations for a big guy. But I just don't see him, beating Anthony Joshua. I mean, he's a threat. He's a legitimate threat, but I don't see him beating Anthony Joshua. Smirking. My bad. My bad. Got you, bro. Anybody excited for that Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao other than me? Nyambayar is an Olympian, silver medal. Okay, appreciate that, Francisco. So he should be able to box well. He should be. 11 and 8 likes. Coke Zero, by the way. Been drinking water all freaking day. Decided I wanted something a little tastier. What's What's up, Real Talk? Always love the live streams and the videos. Thank you, Gerard. Thank you. For some reason, I like watching the fights with you. I have no boxing friends where I live now. Well, you can always come kick it with me, man. Always. Blood corpse in the house. What's good, man? Manny is going to put Manny is gonna put Spencer's chin to the test. I think so too. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Manny, but I think it's gonna be a very, very competitive fight. I look forward to that, but would rather see Spence versus Crawford. Me too, African Shaolin. But that fight's probably not gonna ever happen. I just don't understand it. Dead game boxing, what's good? Tank is a star. He is. He is, man. I want to see him fight better competition, though. True blessings. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. I hope you guys are having a good 4th of July weekend, man. I got a 4-day weekend. Mine started Friday, and I've been really, really putting in work. I've been training really, really hard, trying to condition my legs a lot better. I want to be very, very mobile in this up and coming exhibition fight that I'm about to have against Trey, aka Biker Dave, the professional wrestler. And man, been doing a lot of running, been running miles, been running bleachers, been doing sumo squats, jumping rope, ankle weights, all that to condition my legs, man. So I know that I'll be ready. If anything, I'm gonna come in shape, and I'm coming in to put on a show, man. And the closer we get, the more excited I'm getting about it. Because I hadn't been in the ring. I literally haven't been in the ring in 14 years. 14 years, man. That's a long time. That's a long time. So I'm gonna be rusty. I know that. I gotta knock that rust off and gotta really get my timing down. But I'm excited and I cannot wait. What do you predict for your fight? For my fight, African Shaolin. Where are you watching the fight? It's on Showtime, bro. John, it's on Showtime. But back to Shaolin. What do I predict for the fight? I predict Biker Dave to come in very aggressive, very wild and aggressive. So I have to be really, really observant and paying attention to those wild and crazy shots because I don't want to get caught with anything stupid. He's a young kid. He's bigger. He's taller. He's possibly physically stronger than I am. But as far as the skill set, I know mine is there. I have a higher skill set than him. I know that my footwork is better than his. So I'm going to have to constantly keep him turning. And I'm going to see how he likes it to the body. Because I preach all the time about fighters, professional fighters, neglecting the body. I'm not going to neglect the body in my fight. We have plans for it to be 8 rounds. But I spoke with the guy who's putting on the fight. And he said we might have to cut it down to 5 rounds. But either way it goes, from round 1, we're going to the body. And we're going to keep them turning. And I predict having a lot of fun. But I'm not underestimating this young man at all. At all. He's got 2 hands just like me. What's your weight goal for the fight? Right now, I'm at like 205. I want to come in at like 198, 195 cruiserweight. That's what I want to come in at. Because right now, I could fight 8 rounds right now, y'all. I've been working out and eating this vegetarian diet for a while now, man. And I actually done gave up the eggs, so I'm slowly but surely on my way to becoming a complete vegan. You know, so and giving up the eggs was really, really hard. Now I just have to give up the cheese, man. I love cheese, and I got to give that up next, but one thing at a time. But I'm on my way there. But I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I've lost. I'm 205 now, when I was 240 pounds, 238, 240 pounds. So that's over 30 pounds that I've lost. So I'm in great shape. My stamina is there, and my legs are getting stronger. I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to put in work. You are going to win this fight, bro. Film, uh, film with body shots. Blood Corpse. I mean, it's possible that I can win the fight, but I've never fought this guy, so I don't know what power he possesses. I really don't know what he's about in the ring. Um, Anyone can win the fight, but I'm not going in with the intention to lose. Put it that way. And I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I'm coming in there to do work, and I'm gonna be in shape, and he better be ready. What's good, youngling? Time. What's good? I hope I pronounced your name right. I probably just mutilated it. Andy Smith in the house. Where can I watch this Colbert fight? Showtime is playing Tank Davis fight. Stay there. They just recapped the Tank Davis fight, and now the Chris Colbert fight is about to come on, Andy Smith. So stay right there. You're on the right channel, bro. Good luck, man. Hard work pays off. It definitely does, Andrew. The fight is won in the gym. The fight is won during training. How you train is how you win. How you train is how you win. And if Biker Dave isn't training as hard as I am, he's gonna have a hard time beating the OG Real Talk Boxing, man. He's gonna have a hard time beating me if he's not doing just as much as I am or better. So if he's not training like me, it's gonna be hard to beat me. How old am I? I'm 42 years old, bro. I am 46 and do my best to keep in shape down, keep my shape down the local park. Bacon and eggs. Boy, that sounds good right now, bacon and eggs. I ain't had bacon in a year and a half. That bacon was killing me, though. But yeah, I'm 42, bro. I'm 42 years young. And they say you're only as young as you feel. And after today's workout, I felt 25 years old, bro. Will you be watching the trilogy between Connor and Dustin? Yes, I will. We got, what's that, next weekend? Ain't that next weekend? Gerard? I'm definitely going to be watching that. Yeah, it's a recap. Yeah. No problem, Andy Smith. Chris better live up to his big talk. He better, because Chris Colbert, he's a flashy fighter, man, and he does run his mouth a lot. That's one thing that I don't particularly like, but I mean, he walks it like he talks it so far. But if this the opponent that he's facing tonight is an Olympic silver medalist, then he knows how to box. Who's my favorite fighter of all time? I can't really pick one. Shaolin, I can't really pick one. But I would say out of my top three is Sugar Ray Leonard, James Lights Out Tony, and Roy Jones Jr. Those are my top three. Now, modern day, like right now, I would say Canelo. I would say Pacquiao, David Benavidez, um, Sean Porter, Crawford. A lot of them, man. A whole lot of them. I mean, at present day, a lot of them. But of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard, James Lights Out Tony, and Roy Jones Jr. Next Saturday. Thank you, Gerard. I appreciate that. Mr. Dixon in the house. Please let us know if you will have an undercard. Would love to participate on your card. Are you talking about my fight, Mr. Dixon? They are saying Jamel Herring and Shakur are in advanced talk. That's good. Okay. Well, this Mr. Dixon, this fight is going to be a mixture. It's going to be a hybrid exhibition fight, and there's going to be a buttload of professional wrestling going on. My fight is the only boxing match thrown in there, so I'm not even sure when I'm going to be going on. Um, I was told that it might be midway through the professional wrestling event or close to the end. I'm hoping it's midway because I hate sitting around waiting to fight. And I spoke to the guy who's putting on the fights and renting the arena. I told him I don't want to sit around and wait all day, man. I want to go on as soon as possible. So there's going to be a buttload of professional wrestling going on, and then the exhibition fight will come on, man. And I can't wait. I was outside today, man, and I was I took my dog out to get some exercise, and I was just outside and I was reflecting on the fight, trying to play in my head how I'm going to win the fight and what I'm going to do. And man, I got like this overwhelming feeling came over me, man. I got so excited. I'm like, man, I'm really finna get back in the ring, like at age 42. This is so surreal, man. But this to me is a prime example on people like accomplishing goals, man, and doing what they they're doing what they set out to do. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything, man. And going in against a 25-year-old kid, um, it's going to be a test, but it's a test that I'm ready to take. And I mean, I was thinking about it today, and I just got overwhelmed, man. I can't wait. No problem, Mr. Dixon. Are you in Texas, bro? Man, if you in Texas, yeah, man, it's going to be in Texarkana, Texas. And the fight is going to be July 31st, Saturday. Doors open at 5 o'clock and the show starts at 6 p.m. But man, I tell you what, Mr. Dixon, go to my Instagram. It's real underscore talk underscore boxing. And send me a message, man, and we'll chat about it, man. I would love to. I'm not sure how far you are from Texarkana. I'll have to Google you on Google Maps. Laredo, is that where you're from? Love James Toney, underrated. Yes, Eric Morales, Joshua Jackson, and who is Pee Wee? You mean Sweet Pea? Frederico, the venue is going to be a professional wrestling venue. Oh, you talking about where we at? The venue, it's a big metal building, man. I didn't get to go inside. The guy who's putting on the show sent me. See, he's not from here, so he hasn't actually seen the building. He just talked to a guy and rented it out for that night. He sent me the address, and me and my wife we went up there and checked it out. I didn't go inside, but it's like a huge metal building, man. Like it has two huge air conditioning units on the outside. I'm not sure I'm pretty sure it's a big open space, but I didn't go in, man. I didn't get to because the doors were locked. Youngling, I watch all your videos and I love them, and I box, so I take a lot of your advice. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yes, sir, Texas boy. Uh, Texarkana, I'll be there for real. Mr. Dixon, hit me up. Hit me up on Instagram, man, for real, because I want to meet you. I definitely want to meet you. Do you think Canelo can beat Benavidez? Yeah, Andrew, I think he can beat Benavidez. Will it be easy? No. I mean, it'll be an exciting fight, and I really want to see him fight Benavidez. If he can't get the Caleb Plant fight for whatever reason, I don't know why that fight wouldn't happen, unless it's Caleb Plant not wanting to do it, because I know Canelo wants to, and that's the last belt he needs to obtain, right? Anyway, but if he can't fight him, I want to see him fight Benavidez. That's who I want to see him fight. Is it it may be too big of a risk for Canelo, trying to become undisputed, and of course Benavidez doesn't have the WBC anymore, but I want to see David Benavidez and Canelo if he can't get Plant. That's the fight I want to see. I give a slight edge to Canelo, but Benavidez is there. He's there to make it hard, and he's there to win. Oh, you don't have Instagram, or Facebook? Dang, man. Um, man, I would. Dang, I wish you had Instagram, man. Who do I think beats Canelo? Nobody. Nobody. Not at super middleweight. Nobody, Shaolin. I don't see anybody beat Canelo, but Canelo at super middleweight. Who I think would be an awkward fight for him at middleweight though is Andrade, man. Boo Boo. I think it'd be an awkward fight because as much as people say, you know, Andrade's not good and he's not on Canelo's level. I would like to see. I would like to see if he could actually get in there and make it a competitive fight, and he might be able to. We'll probably never know. Oh, sorry, not Benavidez. My bad, Andrew. Um, the guy you're talking about, they're in talks of getting him to fight Canelo if Caleb Plant doesn't come through. Forgive me for mistaking Benavidez for this guy you're talking about. Better Biev. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've seen him fight. Powerhouse, man, powerhouse. But yeah, they're talking about that fight if they can't get Caleb Plant. Federico says, "Who do you think Triple G should fight next at middleweight?" I want to see him fight Boo Boo. I want to see Triple G fight Andrade or Charlo. One of those two. I'll make an Instagram tomorrow. That way we can chat. I appreciate that, Mr. Dixon. They will say he is too old. He is old. They will say he is old. Who are you talking about, bro? I'm ready for this Chris Colbert fight to start up, man. Appreciate y'all for checking me out, too. I appreciate it. For kicking it with your boy Real Talk this afternoon. Oh, okay, got you. How old is he, man? I don't even know how old he is. Kentucky here, bro. I got Spence Jr. against all odds. You the coolest OG on YouTube. Thank you, Dirty World. I appreciate that, brother. 35, maybe 36. That's not old, man. But you're right. People will say he was too old. People will say he was too old. I mean, boxing is a young man's sport, but I still don't understand why people think 35 is old. Because it's really not. Canelo never gets credit for some reason. Andrew, because some people like to hate on Canelo, man. It doesn't matter what he accomplishes in his career. And that's with any fighter. You're always going to get hate. A lot of people think Canelo is being protected. A lot of people think Canelo ducks certain fighters. Man, I think Canelo was the truth, man. Flat out. And I really don't care what anybody says. I think right now he's pound for pound one of the best fighters of our era. Flat out. I don't care what anyone says. Doesn't matter. You can say what you want to about Canelo. He avoids black fighters. What does that mean? Like, what does that even mean? A fighter is a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would like him. I would like to see him fight Boo Boo, but he's not middleweight right now. He's super middleweight. I would love to see him fight Andrade. I would love to see him fight Charlo, but you know, it's whatever. Canelo's the best, man. Flat out, he's the best. Like they say, Triple G was old when he finally started facing good opponents like Canelo and the other Russian and Jacobs. Yeah, and Jacobs, man, really disappointed me in that fight because I think Jacobs had every tool and asset to win, but Jacobs, he never really pulls the trigger when he's dealing with certain level opponents, man. Mr. Dixon says Canelo would eat Charlo feet first. Yeah, man. I mean, some people think Charlo can beat Canelo, man. I don't. I don't think so. I don't. At least four fixed decisions. Are you talking about Canelo MMA and boxing clips? Because I think Triple G beat him the first fight. I think Triple G was robbed. That's the only and you could say Lauda possibly won that fight. Also, it was very close. But it's boxing. Canelo was too young to fight Mayweather though. That's why Mayweather fought him. Dirty world. That's why Mayweather fought him because he was still green. If Mayweather would have fought Canelo rematch Canelo 4 or 5 years afterwards, Canelo would have beat him. In my opinion, I don't think so. But Charlo can crack hard. Yeah, he can crack hard. He can. But Canelo cracks hard too. He cracks real hard. My favorite fighters are Tio, Canelo. Valdez is a good fighter too. And Taylor is too. They are amazing. What is that? Zissou 1? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm going to just call you Ziss. I'm horrible at pronouncing names, y'all. Forgive me. If Loma and Lopez rematch, who wins? African Shaolin? If Loma starts the way he started his last fight, I'm going to give it to Loma. I'm going to give it to Loma, flat out. I mean, Loma looked very, very good his last fight. Very good. And he looked like the Loma of old. His footwork was there. His lateral movement was there. His elusiveness was there. And it was great. They're not showing the Chris Colbert fight right away. I thought they were, but they're not. They're showing some undercard fights right now. But it's all good, man. We can kick it. My phone's charged up. Canelo does hit hard, man. Canelo hit you on your shoulder and disassemble a vital tool. Like if he hits you on your right shoulder, you're not gonna be able to throw that right hand anymore. I love that about Canelo. If he hits you on your right wrist, guess what? You ain't using that right hand no more. You like Tank Davis last fight? I love Tank Davis last fight. And not only Tank Davis in that fight, I loved Barrios in that fight. They showed a true heart, man, a warrior's heart. Both of them, man. Both of them. That was a great fight. That was a very entertaining fight. I was thoroughly impressed with both fighters that night. Both fighters. I think if Loma starts like that against two, he can get out. He can get out to sleep. What? He needs to take the same approach, but win rounds early. Okay, I got what you're saying now. Where is Robert Easter? I used to like him. Robert Easter, I don't know, man. Robert Easter kind of fell off, though. He kind of fell off. Real talk beats Canelo. But it would have to be at a catch weight. Man, Canelo would beat me at me 205. And him saying at 168. Canelo's a dog, man. Canelo is a flat out dog. Let me scoot this a little closer. But yeah, man, I dig Canelo, man, and I don't hate on Canelo. And I'm liking the fact that he's speaking more English, man. That's what I was getting more upset about, man. Like, start speaking in English to us, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got, we got, who is this? Riviera versus Fernandez. Don't know neither one of these fighters. Should Manny beat Spence, do you think he'll take on Bud for undisputed? I think he will. Then retire once the fight is done. Yes. If he beats Spence, that would be the logical move for him to be undisputed and to fight one of the most avoided fighters out there. And if he can pull those two off, man, do y'all understand what if Pacquiao can beat Spence and then beat Crawford? Do y'all know what that means? He will go down as one of the greatest fighters of all time. I'm talking about past and present. He already has a stacked legacy. He's already a legend, still active. If he can achieve that, bro, if Manny Pacquiao can achieve that, that's a long shot, but it's possible. But if he achieves that, and you still got people hating on him, then you're just ignorant. Then you're just ignorant. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, I got you, sis. You good? I understood towards the end. Take him to deep waters with some rounds in the back. Got you. Who would win in a boxing fight, Gibb or Logan Paul? Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul will beat Gibb. First of all, Logan's way taller and bigger than Gibb. Way taller and way bigger. Gibb's getting better though, man. He's getting a lot better. And he got robbed his last fight. Terrence needs to fight a pay-per-view seller. He does, man, but he's not a pay-per-view star, so it depends on who he's fighting. If he can sell pay-per-view, he's just not a pay-per-view star. As good as he is. Dave S., what's up, Real Talk? Excited for Fury and Wilder 3 or nah? At first I wasn't, Dave, but now I'm kind of I'm more excited to get it over with. And I'm not really seeing a whole lot of improvement. I'm not saying this because I'm not a Wilder fan, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of improvement by Wilder. I'm not. His hooks, his double hooks on the inside, they're horrible. His slips, his bob and weaves, not good. And he's when he throws his straight right, he's pulling back his. Excuse me. When he throws his straight right, he's pulling down his freaking left hand. Like I don't know, man. It should go just like the second fight, but you never know. You never know with Deontay Wilder. He holds that power. Imagine that. His last 3 fights would be Thurman, Spence, Bud. That's crazy. Should it happen? Bacon and eggs, it is, man. It is crazy. And people sleep on Pacquiao. Do you think Plant is worth the $10 million he wants for the Canelo fight, or do you think he's just selling his belt? He's selling his belt. But if they want undisputed, they'll give him the $10 million. Because I don't think Plant has anything for Canelo. But I mean, you know, they're already talking about looking at other opponents, so something's going wrong with that fight between Plant and Canelo. I don't know what's going wrong, but we may not even see it. The Gill versus Taylor Holder fight got turned to a win for Gill instead of a draw. Really? It did? Are you serious, Bryce? I didn't know that. Can you even do that? I hadn't heard that, bro. You sure? Or am I reading that wrong? The fact that Pac-Man can beat a young fighter, like Thurman says, a lot already. If he beats Spence, can Floyd do the same? See, here's the thing, man. Here's the difference between... And I'm going to make a lot of people mad when I say this. Here's the difference between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is willing to fight anybody. Anybody. In my last video about Manny Pacquiao, I stated that Manny Pacquiao, at the age of 42 and coming off a 2-year layoff, is coming in to fight one of the best welterweights, if not the best welterweight out there right now, and Errol Spence. Would Floyd Mayweather do that? No. He would not do that. Pacquiao fights for legacy. He has money already. And he's a busy dude. It's not like he's just sitting around just boxing. He's a congressman. He's a busy guy. He's all over the place. So to incorporate the boxing and to come in and beat young fighters like Thurman and be willing to face Errol Spence after a 2-year layoff, that is the significant difference between him and Floyd. Now, Floyd, in his, before he started winning a bunch of world titles, Floyd was fighting, the best. Floyd was getting in there grinding. But once he got to a certain level, That's when the okay, I want that fighter. I want that fighter. Nah, I don't want that fighter. I want that fighter. That's when that started happening. Manny Pacquiao, I don't believe has done that. You know, Pacquiao faces who they put in front of him, and I think his legacy is better than Floyd Mayweather's. Now, who's the better businessman? Floyd, of course. He's known to do a heist. He's known to do it. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people hate it, but nothing wrong with it. Get your money. But I don't think Floyd Mayweather's legacy can compare to Manny Pacquiao's. Now, when we're talking about money, of course, Floyd, but legacy, Pacquiao all day. All day. What what's your talk on the plans of Tank only fighting household names? I think that's a cop out, man. I mean, well, what do you mean by that? Before I answer that question, what do you mean by that? I'm a big Errol Spence fan. Manny is legend. His fighting speed and power. It's harder to become an 8 division champion than to retire undefeated. Yes, I agree, Andrew. I agree. Okay, you going to watch Connor? And yes, I'm going to watch that. Bryce, I'm going to watch that. And I'm gonna go with Poirier in that fight. I think Poirier is gonna pull it out, but I think it's gonna be a more competitive fight than the second fight. But I think Poirier is gonna pull it out because I think McGregor's done. I think McGregor is done, man. I mean, he's been there, done that. He's made the when he made that money, when he started making mega money, is when things change. You know, hunger leaves you. You know, certain fighters when they start making that money. So I don't think Conor McGregor is. I don't think he's the same. After Thurman and Spence, he's hold on. After Thurman and Spence, he's on Sugar Ray, George Foreman level of top tier. Yes, yes. Excuse me. I tried being a fan of Floyd when he beat Oscar, but all the money moves I didn't like. Chose to stick to Marquez, Sergio Martinez. Sergio was a good fighter. Miguel, as a fan to support. Paul Williams was always great to watch. He was. Paul Williams, man, he threw a lot of punches, man. A buttload of punches. Do you think if Conor beats Dustin, he'll fight Khabib again? I thought Khabib was retired, Bryce. Um, I mean that makes sense. It makes a lot of money, but I thought Khabib was retired. Would he come back for a Conor McGregor fight, Bryce? You think he would come out of retirement for that? Depends on the money. Money talks. Money will make somebody get out of bed. Camacho versus who? White Taker? I don't even know who that is. I know Camacho, Francisco, but I don't know who that other fighter is. Do I like Gary Russell as a fighter? Um, some of the fastest hands I've ever seen. But he fights once every 20 years. So I need to see more of Gary Russell. Like you can't, he's too inactive. But he's got some really fast hands. I do not know. Hopefully, Khabib comes out of retirement. I mean, Bryce. It depends on the money. Parnell, okay, got you. Parnell all day. Oh, Whitaker, my bad. Parnell Whitaker, my bad. Oh, Parnell Whitaker, I think would be Camacho. I think he would beat Camacho, and I think he would beat him easy. If it ends in a draw, I don't think it's going to end in a draw, but it's possible. I think that somebody's getting knocked out. That's what I think. Somebody either get knocked out or submitted. That's what I'm telling everybody about Gary Russell. I feel you, man. Gary Russell just don't. He don't fight enough. Like, bro, you gotta. Why are you not? Why you? Lying dormant all the time, man. Get up and fight. You should check out the undercard for the McGregor fight. Okay, I'll check it out. Great southpaw. I agree. Khabib's mom is the reason he won't come back, and I don't think he would fight Conor again. Favorite boxing movie? Mine has to be Bleed for this. Go into a bad intentions. And my Firebird and box during that time. Okay. My favorite boxing movie. Rocky 4. Gladiator with Cuba Gooding Jr. $1 Million Baby. Who would win, Digi or Gibb? Gibb would beat Digi, man. Digi's not a good fighter. Digi's not a good fighter. I'd love to fight Digi for some money. I'd fight Digi. I think I could beat Digi. Or however you pronounce his name. Cinderella Man is a good one. It is. Sweet Pea was fire. Wish I was old enough to understand his game. His game was defense, bro. Hit and not get hit. He didn't hold a lot of power, but he was slick as snot. He was very, very hard to hit. What do you think about Chavez Jr. losing to Anderson Silva? Wasn't a surprise to me. Anderson Silva has hands. Anderson Silva has been boxing for years. And Chavez Jr. just sucks, bro. I gotta be honest with you. No disrespect, but Chavez Jr. sucks. Like bad. He's a quitter. He doesn't train. He just sucks, man. I'm sorry. I hate to be that blunt. Raging Bull was pretty good too. Sweet Pea was amazing. Oh man, we got Traded Hillbilly in the house, man. Y'all, this is the guy that I'm fighting. This is Biker Dave. What's good, real talk? You been training? Biker Dave, you gonna ask a crazy question? You gonna come right on asking a crazy question. Let's get into it, homie. This is the guy that I'm facing in my exhibition on right now. And I respect this dude, don't get me wrong, but he wanna ask me if I've been training. You answer that question. You been training? Let me ask you a question. Have you been training? Have you seriously been training, bro? And I'm talking about for boxing Traded Hillbilly, aka Biker Dave. Have you been training? I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute, but I'm talking to my man Trey right now. Come on with it, Trey. This is the dude that I'm fighting in the exhibition. You been training? Come on with it. Let me see you. Let me see what you got going. You been doing road work? You been shadow boxing? You been on the heavy bag? You been lifting weights? You been doing squats? You been running bleachers? You been eating right? You been drinking beer? You been smoking cigarettes? Biker Dave, what's good? Let your boy Real Talk know what's up. I'll wait on you. But right now, I'm going to get back to the folks. There's a Rocky 4 director's cut coming out. Are you serious? In November? Bryce, boy, I appreciate that, man. I'm going to definitely check that out. Does the heavyweight division suck in America? It does. I don't think it sucks, but it's lacking. It's lacking. Where you at, Biker Dave? I wish there was some way I could pull you on. I wish I could pull your face up right here. Someone who can motivate him. If I were Digi, I would get some local amateur fights, train with a world class coach and boxer. Definitely, if he wants to get better. But is he willing to do that? Is he willing to do that? See, some people aren't willing to do that. Where you at, Trey? Holler at me, baby. Where you at, Biker Dave? Don't just send one comment, man, and and burn out, man. Holler at me. Holler at me. I hope this you. Digi is a YouTuber. He's a boxing YouTuber. That's who he is. He his first fight, I believe, was against Jake Paul, and he lost. If you lose to Biker Dave, you gotta go live on all platforms. I don't plan on losing Dirty World, but it's possible. Biker Dave got two hands. Okay, here go Biker Dave. He says, yes, sir, I have been training. Ran 5 miles today and done 2 minute 8 rounds of shadow boxing. Getting ready. Biker Dave, you ran 5 miles, bro? You ran 5 miles straight? I'm gonna take you for your word. That's hard to believe, but I'm gonna take you for your word. And that's good. Cause you need them legs, bro. You gonna need them legs. You dig? You gonna need them. Just like the OG gonna need them. Chavez Jr. disrespecting the Chavez name should retire. He should. The dude just ain't got it like his dad. His dad is one of the best Mexican fighters ever. Ever. If not the best. You going to show us your fight? How's that going to work? If I have good enough reception at the venue, I'm going to do my best to go live. But win, lose, or draw, it will be recorded. The full fight will be recorded, and I will do a highlight reel of the fight also. So win, lose, or draw, you guys are going to see it, and I'm going. And if I don't go live, if the reception isn't good enough to go live, then I will have it uploaded later on that night of the fight. I got you, Dirty World. But y'all gotta understand this. I'm stepping in the ring with a young man. A young man, 25 years old. He's bigger, taller, and possibly stronger than I am. But I got the IQ though. I got the IQ. July 31st. Do I like Rocky 3? I love Rocky 3, Bryce. I think Clubber Lang was a monster. Do you know Clubber Lang didn't throw a straight punch in that movie? Not one straight punch. It was all hooks. All hooks. You in it now? You make that noise. And I didn't understand much of what Mr. T said in that movie. It sounded like a bunch of mumbling. But he didn't throw not one jab or a straight cross once in that movie. It was all hooks. If you think I'm lying, go watch the movie. And boy, were they in impeccable shape. Will you be willing to upload without editing? Yes. I'm gonna upload the full fight, and I'm gonna upload an edited version. Win, lose, or draw. If I win, it's gonna be uploaded. If I lose, I'm gonna upload the full fight. If it's a draw, I'm gonna upload it. Or I don't think there's gonna be a winner. I think we agreed on no winner to be announced, but if someone gets knocked out, then someone gets knocked out. So I mean, you can't. There's got to be a clear-cut winner if someone gets knocked out. Have you seen an old movie? What you mean, Francisco? Originally, Joe Frazier was going to play Clubber Lang in Rocky 3. Are you serious? Smoking Joe. I didn't know that, Bryce. Oh, no, my. Oh, hey, listen. Listen what your boy Biker Dave just said, y'all. I hope y'all seeing this. Biker Dave says, you ready to get beat? Trey the Hillbilly, a.k.a. Biker Dave. I'm going to get back with y'all in a minute because I'm going to talk to Biker Dave right quick. I'm ready for whatever, man. I'm ready to win, and I'm ready to get beat. If you can beat me, can you beat me though? Can you beat me though? Do you got what it takes to beat me? You got to understand. I got the experience. You got the age. You got the youth. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. You're 25. I'm 42. I'm old enough to be your daddy, but I'm not an average 42-year-old biker Dave. I have never done a drug in my life. Look me in my eye when I tell you that. That's the truth. God is my witness. I have never smoked weed in my life or did any drug. I don't smoke now and I don't drink now. I work out. I eat right. I am a vegetarian, brother. Do you think you can beat me? I'm not your average 42-year-old. You understand? I put in work. I do things that most 25-year-olds can't do. Biker Dave, you looking at me right now when I'm talking to you? Am I ready to get beat? Are you ready to beat me? Are you ready to beat me? That's the question. You ready to beat me? Holler back at me. Go give me crunk in this bad boy. I just said, I think you will win, but if not, sweep the leg. Might have to sweep the leg, man. This dude is young. He's young. He's young. Mr. Williams, I'm trying to tell him. Talking about you ready to get beat. You ready to beat me, homie. Keep coming with it, Biker Dave. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready for this fight, man. I'm getting excited, man. And big ups to Biker Dave, man. Biker, listen to y'all, man. The only reason why I took this fight is because Biker Dave called me out. He came to a live stream and he called me out. He said, I'll fight you in an exhibition. He was respectful about it. We linked up. I met up with the dude, shook his hand, looked him in the eye, and he says, I want to fight you. Big ups to him, man. A professional wrestler. Willing to step in the boxing ring. A lot of heart and a lot of nuts. Either he's crazy or he got a set of cards. A huge set of cards. The reason Joe Frazier wasn't Clubber Lang is in Rocky 3 is because he gave Sylvester Stallone stitches during fight rehearsal. Are you serious, man? I never knew that. I would think he would be, too old. Put him in a body bag. Frederico, hey, listen. Frederico told me to put you in a body bag, Biker Dave. Man, I'm gonna have to look that up, bro. That's very interesting, though, Bryce. I'm gonna have to check that out. I ain't saying you lying, but I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. Biker Dave talking about you ready to get beat. Biker Dave. You crunk tonight, huh? You still ain't answering my question. You ready to beat me? Put your beer down, homie, and text. Put your beer down and holler at me. Are you ready to beat me? Put that beer down and that hamburger and that pizza. Are you ready to beat me? Man, I haven't even been paying attention to the fights, but Colbert ain't on yet anyway. I can't picture anyone else pulling off that Clubber Lang better than Mr. T. Me neither, William. Me neither. Jason, he played that part, man, and that dude was in shape. I just wish I understood what he was saying. I didn't understand a word he said in that movie. He was just like too loud. And the only thing I understood was, hey, woman. Hey, woman. That's really all I understood. He looked great, though. He had them feathered earrings. And that was one part where he was at Rocky's fight, and he was all pissed off and disgusted. He had some really tight pants on, too. He had the feathered earrings, and he started walking up the stadium, and he had a purse. Freaking Mr. T had a purse on, bro. If you think I'm lying, go check it out. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Real Talk versus Biker Dave. Loser shaves their beard. Let's do that, Frederico. You hear that, Biker Dave? The loser shaves their beard. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Now listen, if I shave my beard, I have to warn y'all, I look like a sea turtle. I seriously look like a sea turtle when my beard is gone. So be ready. But I don't plan to lose. You with that, Biker Dave? Loser shaves their beard. He loves his beard just like I love mine. Biker Dave ain't put that beard down yet. He ain't responding to what I'm saying yet. My prediction for your up and coming fight, real talk, pain. Pain. Pain, baby. Ah, man, this is gonna be fun, y'all. This fight is gonna be fun. You know, I've been getting some heat for it too, though. Man, you fighting this dude? He's a professional wrestler. He ain't got boxing experience. What am I supposed to do? He called me out. He called me out, right? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta do it. We gotta knuckle up. I didn't call him out. He called me out. Who I really wanted to fight was Slender Man 2.0. That dude was talking mad trash and sent me some footage. He looked like a mini Steven Seagal. Hair slicked all back. It's because he was going bald, man. Just shave it off. Don't slick it back. Shave it off. And grow your beard. You dig what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about a metrosexual scruff. You either grow a beard or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Shave that Steven Seagal off because all you doing, Slender Man 2.0, all you doing is hiding that bald spot. Shave it off, grow you a beard, bro. But I wanted to fight him bad because he was talking mad trash and I was going to go in with some major intent to hurt him. But he didn't want to do it. He talked all that trash and he ghosted. He didn't want to. And Slender Man 2.0, if you watching this, holler at me. Because after I get it in with Biker Dave, I'll get it in with you. I really wanted you. But Biker Dave stepped up. He ain't put that beer down yet and answered my question. Oh, you ready to beat me? Where you at? There he is. If it's the good Lord's will, yes, I'm the wrestler stepping into. Oh, hold on. I'm the wrestler stepping into your world. So basically, I've David stepped into Goliath's world. It's in your. Oh no, I'm sure you don't. I don't understand what you're saying. It's in your town, Texas, and it's your sport. Okay, all right. Listen, he's saying I'm stepping into your world. He said if it's the Lord's will, he'll win. Now that's humble. I gotta respect that. Because y'all know Biker Dave asked me, man, after this fight, why don't you wrestle me in a wrestling match? You know what I told him? I respectfully declined. I am not a wrestler. So by your comment right now, Biker Dave, I gotta respect that, man. I gotta salute you for that. That ain't no trash, that's respect. So salute, man. You are stepping into my world. You did call me out, and you willing to do it. So mad respect, bro. Can't hate on that. They hating on you like people hate on Canelo, real talk. Man, it is what it is. It's an opportunity to get back in the ring, you dig, and it's gonna be fun. And the people who are hating on it, I don't see them stepping in the ring against anybody, especially at my age. I'm David, you're Goliath. No, because you're bigger than me, so you got to be Goliath, Biker Dave. In the world of boxing, it looks like David is going to have to try to come and bring the slingshot again. I like that, man. That's biblical, man. You know I'm a believer in God, bro. I believe in that. I know that story. I've read it many times. I like that, Biker Dave. I like that a lot. You need someone to hold the mitts for you, bro, to get some timing back. I do. I have mitts, but I don't have anybody to hold them. Y'all know I'm going into this fight. No hand mitts, no sparring, and that could play a huge factor. Now, what Biker Dave tells me, he has a gym that he can go to get some sparring. But I don't know the level of competition he'll be sparring. But nevertheless, if he's going to get sparring, that's something that he's going to have a leg up on me, sparring and timing. So, Biker Dave, if you have a opportunity to spar, do so, bro. Do so, because that's going to play a huge part in your fight with me. Because I don't have sparring. I'm going into this fight with no sparring, y'all. That's how crazy I am. My Frederico, my brother-in-law Justin is going to be in my corner, and my daughter is going to be in the corner. I've always dreamed of my daughter being in my corner in one of my fights. She's going to basically be giving me the water, and it's going to be a first time experience for me and her. And I think that's something that she's going to carry with her throughout her whole life to the day she's out of here. So, I want her to walk me to that ring and be in that corner. She's just going to be giving me water, but just that experience is going to be great for her, man, and me. Hey, real talk. Tell the guy that said put me in a body bag that my brother is willing to do an exhibition match with him. Okay. Oh, who? All right. Biker Dave just said whoever said told me to put him in a body bag that his younger brother, I think it's his younger brother, is willing to do an exhibition match with the person who said put Biker Dave in the body bag. He told me to relay that message, so I just did. No, African Shaolin ain't no sparring at all. None. None. None at all. I don't have anybody to spar. It's just training, heavy bag, hand movement, and just basic fundamentals. That's dangerous though, man. Real dangerous. Ray, what's good? What's your ranking of the Rocky and Creed movies? I like Creed 1 better than I did Creed 2. Creed 2 was a little rushed. And to me, Michael B. Jordan is not a good representation of a boxer. He just did not look good as he was too stiff, too mechanical. You know what I'm saying? So Creed 1 was way better. But the Rocky movies, I think, were much better than the Creed movies. Yes, I fought before. I started boxing at the age of 19 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I fought in the 2000 Golden Gloves in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I fought in numerous local tournaments here in Texas. And I have cornered and worked the hand mitts with professional fighters before. So I have a lot of experience in boxing. Do I think taking Garcia is going to happen? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, but that's a huge fight. It's a mega fight. And I think Take's going to run through Garcia. Some people don't think that, but I think he's going to run through him. My toughest opponent, Bryce, was in 2005. I fought a guy in a local tournament by the name of Kung Fu Jones. I don't remember his first name. But he was like a black belt in some type of martial arts. And he had been boxing for like, I think 3 years. And he entered this tournament. And it was my toughest fight because I could not knock this dude out. I hit him with everything. The kitchen sink, the stove, the George Foreman grill, the air fryer, the refrigerator. And he would not budge. And I tired myself out trying to beat him. And I had to fight the last 2 rounds completely exhausted, wasted. And he almost took me out because of it. Because of the earlier rounds, I won the fight. Fighting fatigue sucks, man. So if I told myself if I ever get in there with a person who can take my shots, I'm not going to go all out. We're going to work the body, we're going to pot shot them, and we're going to counter punch, and we're going to reserve that energy. Because you can't knock everybody out. But that was one of my toughest fights. Another tough fight was in 2006 against Bobby the Alpha Male Jones. And this dude was 245 pounds. I was 210. He knocked me down 2 times the first round. Thought I was going to lose. I really thought, I was like, this is it. I'm finna lose. But I was in better shape than him. And I ended up getting up, going to the body, and stopping him in the 3rd round. So those 2 fights that I faced adversity and I pushed through it. Do I think he's going to put Ryan to sleep? Yeah, I do. Because if Campbell can drop him, Tank gonna knock him out. Oh, you got this then. It's going to be like the OG players making young kids look bad. There's certain things you don't lose when you're a fighter. There's certain things that just don't go away. Now, trust me, it's going to be totally different from when I fought 14 years ago. But just knowing what I know now and having a better all around know-how of boxing, I think I'm a lot better now at 42 than I was at 27. Because at 27, I wasn't a thinking fighter. I didn't think much in the ring. My natural ability will win me fights, but now I'm a thinker. Like, I'm very strategic. And if you make a wrong move, if you give me an opening, I will capitalize on it. And I think that Biker Dave is going to give me a lot of openings. Now, I was told by the guy that sets up his professional wrestling events that he was tough as nails, that he could take punishment like no other. I was told by the guy who puts on those fights, those professional, wrestling matches for him. I talked to him just yesterday. He said, this dude takes a lot of punishment, man. He can take punishment. So whatever you dish out, I guarantee he can take it. So I already know my game plan. I already know what I'm going to do. I already envision what I'm going to do. So I'm ready. And Tank hits harder than Wilder's left hand. Tank is very explosive. Have you seen Ali versus Frazier 3? Yes, I have. I've seen all those fights, bro. Bryce, I've seen all those fights. And Joe Frazier always gave Ali hell, man. He was just one of those fighters who just made it tough for Ali every single fight. I boxed for 3 years. My first fight, I ran and did not throw a single punch for the first and second round because I was too scared. Man, anxiety is a son of a gun, man, when you in there. Anxiety is... See, fear is not that bad. Being nervous is not that bad. But anxiety will kill you in the ring. You don't perform the way you're supposed to. You will overwork yourself, and you will get cotton mouth and become very fatigued very fast under the lights if you're not used to it. Foreman versus Frazier was shocking. Foreman had Frazier's number, and it was shocking. But Foreman had Frazier's number. Frazier could not beat Foreman. He just had his number.
Where would you assess where you are right now in terms of your career?
Somebody just won this fight. I haven't been paying attention. I've been kicking it with my peeps, man. So my bad for not coming and taking the fight. It was the uppercuts. It was those long uppercuts too. He was lifting him up with uppercuts. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Foreman is just a strong dude, man. Y'all know I met Foreman, George Foreman. I met him, shook his hand, talked with him. The fighter that I was training at that time, we were fighting on his son's undercard in Marshall, Texas. And I met George Foreman on 2 separate occasions, man. And I remember seeing George Foreman from afar. And I was saying, man, he's not that big. He's really not that big. But when I got up and close to him, I was like, oh my goodness. His hands were like when he shook my hand, his fingers touched my wrist, bro. Like, that's how big his hands is. And his head was like 3 times the size as mine. He had a head the size of have you ever seen the Predator? You know, the alien, the Predator? He had a head like his, bro. Like, Foreman's hands and head was like abnormally big, like big dude, man. He didn't look that big from afar, but when I got up on Foreman, I was like, dang, bro, man, he had this slick suit on, man. I think it was like a silk suit matching the top. It was like baby blue shoes to match. He was slick as snot, cleaner than Clorox, man. He was a cool dude though, man. Cool dude. It was an honor to meet him. It was definitely an honor to meet him. Hopefully, Colbert's coming up next, man. I'm hoping he's coming up next. Who would win in a boxing match, Ali or Tyson? Bryce, let me tell you this. I don't know how old you are, Bryce, but there's an old talk show called the Arsenio Hall Show that used to come on back in the day. And he was a huge boxing fan, Arsenio Hall. So we had Muhammad Ali on the show once. And in the middle of the interview, he said, man, I got a surprise for you. And he went back to the back and he said, hey guys, y'all, hey fellas, come on out. Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike Tyson came out, and gave Muhammad Ali all praise in the world, man. And of course, Arsenio Hall, being the man that he is, he asked Muhammad Ali directly. He said, Muhammad Ali, between you and Mike Tyson in y'all's prime, who would win? And you know what Muhammad Ali said? He pointed at Mike Tyson and said Mike Tyson would have beat me. He said Mike Tyson was relentless. Okay, and I think I understand why he said Mike Tyson would have beat him is because Mike Tyson and Joe Frazier had a similar style. But I think what Mike Tyson was saying what Muhammad Ali was saying is that Mike Tyson was a heck of a lot stronger and bigger than Joe Frazier. And that's why he probably said that he would have beat him. Now, I don't know who would have won that fight. I don't. I mean, of course, Tyson's going to get to the inside. And if you know like I know, Muhammad Ali had no inside game whatsoever. I don't know if he didn't have it or he just didn't have to use it, but I never seen him fight on the inside. So if Tyson got there and could stay there, much like Joe Frazier did, and gave Ali all those problems, then Tyson would have gave him 10 times the problems. But I don't know. That's a good question. Real good question. Thank you for asking. I think, the Colbert fight, I believe, is next. So I'm going into the fight with no sparring as well. What you mean? I thought you would. What you mean? Oh, so you're electing to go into the fight? Now I'm talking to Biker Dave. So because I have no sparring, you're gonna go into the fight and not spar when you have the opportunity to spar, Biker Dave. Is that what you're telling me, bro? Because if that's what you're telling me, I think that's not a smart move. I think you need to be sparring, bro. Because if I had the opportunity to spar, I would get in there and spar, bro. If you have the opportunity to spar, don't pass that up. Do not pass that up, Biker Dave. I'm telling you. Mike Tyson's in great shape for his age, man. I mean, his workouts are insane. He had a better right hand and as good of a hook. Yes, he did. But Mike said Ali is the greatest and would beat him. Yeah, he did. He said that. And even Mike said, listen, I'm vain. I think I'm great, but he says, man, in this certain situation, he's the greatest of all time. Ali that beat Liston would beat Tyson. When he got suspended, he came back slower. Okay, I got you. So after I get done wrestling the same night we are boxing, I will already have warmed up. Here's another thing, y'all. I gotta say this too, and I didn't know this until yesterday. Now, Biker Dave is not only boxing that night, he has a 6-man tag team wrestling match that night also. Now, I don't know how long he's going to be in that tag team match, but he's putting in work before he's fighting me. So again, he's put it out there and I forgot, but I'm going to put it out there. He's doing it the night of the fight that he's fighting me. Now, what I was told by the guy who's putting on the show that he's not going to be in that tag team match for long. He'll trickle out fast is what he told me. Because I told him, no, is that I don't think that's okay. I told Terrence, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, he's going to trickle out fast. Won't be no big deal. I'm telling you, the kid can handle it. So I'm letting y'all know off top. He's doing it also. So I have huge respect for this kid. Huge respect. What's good with it? The boxing scholar. Malinaji was a slick fighter. He had pillows for hands, but if he had power, he would have had way more wins. Mike Tyson versus Holmes. No, because Holmes didn't have time to train, and Holmes was had Holmes had time to train. He had 2 weeks to train for that fight. 2 weeks to train for the fight against Mike Tyson. But had he had a significant amount of time to train, the fight would have been. It probably would have been the same, but the fight would have been way more competitive. Richard, hold on, real talk. I heard of Ryan Garcia versus Richard. I hadn't heard of that. What's my prediction for the main event? I don't know much about this kid that Colbert's fighting, but since I know Colbert and see him fight, I'm gonna go with Colbert. But this guy that he's fighting with this crazy name that I can't pronounce, he's an Olympic silver medalist, so he has boxing skill. Colbert's fast, man. He throws punches with the intent to hurt. Sometimes he gets a little wild, but his defense is really, really good too. Yeah, it's a boxing fight I'm watching right now, bro. The Lopez beat for the belts. Man, Hearns versus Julian Jackson would have been a great fight. Jersey. That would have been a great fight. But I'm gonna give that one to I think man. That's a 50-50 fight, man. I've never thought of putting those two fighters together. Never. But that's a great fight. I like that fight. I like that fight a lot. Chris Colbert be talking mad trash, y'all. I have a cousin named Tyrell Wise that looks exactly like Chris Colbert. He's a lot taller than Chris, but he looks exactly like him. We got Leo Santa Cruz in the house. Who else is in the house tonight? He's there with his daughter. He's got a beautiful little daughter. Zab Super Judah in the house. Oh yeah, real talk. Don't forget to let everyone know that me and you break history doing this. You're back in the ring after all these years, and the first ever professional wrestler doing a boxing match. Y'all heard it from Biker Dave. He says we're making history. I hadn't been in a ring in 14 years, and he said this is the first professional wrestler actually stepping into the boxing ring against an actual former amateur boxer. Does female boxing exist? What you mean by that, Bryce? Super featherweight bout, 12 rounds. All right, Colbert and Nyambayar. Nyambayar. What kind of name is that? That's a weird name. But it's coming up. You know Chris Colbert was supposed to be fighting Yuriorkis Gamboa tonight, but he suffered an injury in training, so he's a late replacement. So you just never know what you never know what you're going to get with late replacements. Oh, got you. He means no one never watches it. Female boxing, I think, is great. I think needs to be more mainstream. I think they need to get more publicity and exposure because there's some really, really good female fighters out there, man. Do women compete in boxing? Yes, definitely. They do. Biker Dave tell your brother I'm 5'6", 125 pounds, and I'm 14 years old. Did you hear that, Biker Dave? It was Jake Frederico who said it. He says, I'm 5'6", 125 pounds, and 14 years old. He said, Jake, okay. I'll tell him, dang, man, I didn't know you were that small. My bad. It's all good, Trey. It's all good. But Frederico might have them hands. Even though he's 14 years old, he still might have them hands. Biker Dave says, my brother said it's all good. Respect. That's what I'm talking about. All lies. Jason Williams says. All right. Nyambayar has made it to the ring. Toot stopped. Nyambayar. Well, that is a weird name. Now we're waiting for Chris Colbert. Jay Frederico says it's all good. Let's see what these two guys are going to bring to the table, man. Man, we've been in over an hour. I usually don't take my live streams over this long, but I thought Chris Colbert was right after the recap of Barrios and Tank Davis, but it's all good, man. I've been having fun chatting with you guys, man. Hagler and Leonard are the best 2 pound for pound fighters that I have witnessed. How about you? I can't argue with that. You know, especially Sugar Ray Leonard. Hagler was a monster too. And that fight could have went either way. But listen, Leonard came off a long layoff to jump in there with a killer. I'm talking about a modern day gladiator. Jake is about 30. Sometimes playing games. Don't back down now. My bad. I didn't mean to smack the phone. It doesn't feel like an hour. No, it doesn't, man. It feels like more like 30, 45 minutes. Chris Colbert coming in sporting the neon orange hair and trunks. I'm scared he's twice my size. I don't know how big Biker Dave's brother is. And we're gonna try to do a press conference in Biker Dave's hometown a week before the fight. So hopefully I get to meet him, man. Who would win in a boxing match between Jake Paul and Tyrone Woodley? I don't know, but we're gonna find out, Bryce. We're gonna find out. I think that we're going to seriously see what kind of heart Jake Paul has in this fight, because I think that he's gonna go more rounds than he's ever gone before. Especially if Tyrone comes in shape and doesn't go crazy trying to knock Paul out. We're gonna see what kind of heart Jake has. I don't know what get up Chris Colbert has on, but he's in a penitentiary uniform and handcuffs. Prison reform is what he has on. That's a tight onesie though, bro. He said 6'1", 250 something pounds, 24 years old. 250 pounds, that's pretty big. If he's 250 pounds and he's bigger than his brother, the guy that I'm fighting, Biker Dave. Biker Dave told me he was 199. I think he's a little heavier than that. Biker Dave, are you heavier than that? Might be wrong, though. Might be wrong. Chris Colbert had to get on the scale twice, man. He didn't make weight the first time he got on scale, but I think he made weight afterwards. He can barely get out of that onesie because it's so tight. I'm talking about a tight onesie. Jake isn't all good. My brother, Jake, it's all good. My brother works on a towboat. He said he don't have time. Oh no, Jake he's just talking, man. He's just talking. Just making conversation. Colbert said he's going to give Nyambayar a boxing lesson tonight, man. 24 years old versus 29, 5'7", both fighters. 130 pounds, 129 pounds. 69.5 reach versus a 67-inch reach. They're basically the same stature. Basically. Almost a mirror image. No 3 knockdown rules. Referee or doctor can stop the fight at any time. Fighters cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Fighters fight officials after after 4 rounds. Excuse me. Prime Andre Ward versus Prime Michael Spence. Andre Ward. I take Andre Ward on that. That's another good fight. Well, give me 10 years and 300 cheeseburgers, and I'll be ready for your brother, Rico. All right, the fight is about to start, y'all. I see about 2 or 3 fill-out rounds for Chris Colbert. Hopefully he starts fast. I want him to start fast, but we'll see. Woo, man, the old man getting tired. I had 2 workouts today, y'all. 2 workouts today. I got up this morning and I ran a mile, and then I walked a mile, and then I did 6 sets of bleachers. Got home, rehydrated, got breakfast in me. I hate working out on a full stomach, but I got some breakfast in me. And then later on, I went out and I shadow boxed for 5 rounds with the ankle weights on. I did crunches, and then I did 8 2-minute rounds on the bag with 30-second rest. Hard rounds on the bag. So I did a 2-a-day today, just like I did yesterday. Man, I'm putting in work. But I didn't skip rope today. I should have skipped rope, but I opted to pass up on that because your boy got tired. But I felt real good though. I'm getting to the point now. After my workouts, I don't feel like an old man. I feel good. Prime Pacquiao versus Prime Mayweather. Pacquiao. Have you ever lost a boxing fight? Yes. I lost my first time entering a local tournament here. I placed 3rd. I lost to a guy, the former tournament champion the year before that, Jonathan J. Rock Quinn. He beat me by split decision. It's because I gave 1 round away like an idiot trying to tire him out. And that next year, he came to the same boxing camp that I was training at, and didn't even want to spar me. Wouldn't give me the rematch. He held that win over my head the whole time. I lost against a guy by the name of David Haas in the 2000 Golden Gloves in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I got stopped. Well, I stopped. I quit in the 2nd round. Won the 1st round easy. Worked real hard trying to get him out of there, and the 2nd round came about, and it felt like somebody just snatched the life out of me. I had no energy, and he beat the brakes off me. I had a standing 8 count, and the referee asked me if I wanted to continue, and I looked at the referee, and I said no. I was 20 years old, and I quit right there. I quit. And I didn't box again for years because I was so disgusted with myself. But when I moved back to Texas, I decided to enter these local tournaments that were going on around here, and I vowed that I would never quit again. I would never quit again, and I didn't. And so once a quitter, always a quitter. Not true. It just depends on that person and what type of heart you got, what type of nuts you got. So yeah, I've lost before, and I've lost in sparring before, but that doesn't really count. It's just work. So yeah, I've lost twice, 2 times.
Same thing, top of the letters here. Gentlemen, you got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up.
Also, you're not going to be able to have no sparring, is what you're saying, Biker Dave. I feel you, man. All right, check this out. Fight's about to start. We're finna see what my man Chris Colbert is about to do, or this late replacement. He might show up and show out. Nyambayar. That sounds like a local sedative or something. Something that you take, like Lanacane or something like that. Here we go, round 1, y'all. Chris Colbert is flashing the jab already. Nyambayar is coming forward and just cracked Colbert with a nice straight left. Colbert's really fast though, man. Oh man, Nyambayar is really he's swinging, bro. He's being pretty aggressive. Going to the body, got Colbert against the ropes. Colbert's coming off the ropes. He's throwing the jab to the body now, trying to settle Nyambayar down. Flicking the jab really, really good. Colbert got the skirt on with the trim, with fur as the trim. I've never been a fan of those skirt trunks. You'll never see me in them. You'll never see me in skirt trunks. Ooh, Nyambayar just took a nice straight right. Colbert really pumping that jab. I think that's going to be the key to victory for Colbert. Now he just has to start, and he's connecting every time he's throwing it. It's really fast. And Nyambayar can't get away from it right now. And it's early. Chris Colbert might start fast, but he needs to work after that jab, though. Ooh, he's throwing combinations now. The jab is there. Colbert's jab is there like crazy. Now, but we need to start getting rounds. We need to start getting body out. We got to start, going down to the body, investing in the body. That's what we need to start doing if I'm Chris Colbert. Nice overhand right by Colbert. Colbert's real selective with his punches also. Don't want to waste anything. Precise. And he just caught him again with the overhand right. Now Nyambayar is pretty much at a standstill like a deer in the headlights. He don't know how to get rid of that jab. He don't know how to get away from that jab. Jab to the body. He's going up and down with the jab. Chris Colbert. Really relaxed too. Very relaxed in this ring. Nyambayar comes forward. He threw a three-punch combination and missed the last two. Colbert's throwing a nice, hard, stiff jab. Now bring something after it, though. Woo, the jab is nice. Look at the jab. Now he switched to southpaw. Colbert's known to do that, man. Switch from orthodox to southpaw. Chris is wearing like a neon orange. Shaolin, he does. He has a really, really fast jab, and it's effective. He's actually connecting with it. Like almost every time he throws it, he's connecting. I like what I see right now by Colbert. Nyambayar started out pretty aggressive, but I think that jab just kind of is mesmerizing him. He doesn't have an answer for it right now. And another thing that I noticed from Nyambayar is that he's very, very flat-footed. I didn't see any lateral movement from him at all, and I think that's why Chris Colbert was so comfortable in that first round, because he wasn't showing a lot of movement. So if the fight stays like this, and I see Chris, once he starts going to the body, breaking Nyambayar down. He's in southpaw again. He's going from orthodox to southpaw, Chris Colbert. I don't know if that's a smart move. He was doing so good in the right-handed stance. Okay, he just landed the uppercut from Mississippi. He had it by his hip. Now here comes Nyambayar, getting aggressive. And now Chris Colbert switches back to orthodox. See, Chris doesn't look like he wants this fight to be at range. He's staying in the pocket. So I'm thinking he's going to try to catch Nyambayar coming in with something crazy and catching him with a straight left. A straight right, excuse me, like he just did. He's coming with this. He's coming with that overhand right with authority, with thunder, bro. Like for real. There it is again. But now Nyambayar is starting to jab to the body. And now he's jabbing with Colbert to disrupt Colbert's fast jab. Yeah, they are dangerous. Because you haven't been training for that particular fighter. Plus, it was a 2-week notice. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, that is dangerous. Very dangerous. But the jab is still live. The jab is sexy by Colbert. And I mean, he's connecting with it like crazy. Yeah, Colbert wants to stay in the pocket. And that's my type of fighter, a pocket type fighter. Stand your ground, take half step back. Lead hook by Colbert, just missed. Man, this is just making me so anxious for my fight. I cannot wait to get back in the ring, y'all. I can't wait to get back in the ring. All right, I almost had to clash your heads. Chris Colbert is winging that right, and he needs to throw it straighter. Now he switched back to southpaw. Now watch Nyambayar get more aggressive when he's in southpaw, but Nyambayar gets more aggressive. And I don't see he just caught Chris with a straight right in that southpaw position, because when Chris is in the southpaw position, his defense is not as good as it is in the orthodox position. So stop doing the southpaw position. You just got your nose wiped. And Nyambayar just connected again. He just connected again. All right, we got to fight, y'all. Replacement fights are always dangerous for the person who's supposed to win. Yeah, you're right. The boxing scholar, you are exactly right. Because you don't know what you're stepping into the ring with. You know what I'm saying? You've been training all these months for a certain opponent, and then boom, you get a different opponent. That's crazy. His trainer needs to tell him to stop switching to a left-handed stance. His defense goes to crap when he's in the left-handed stance, meaning Chris Colbert. His arms go down. His arms are by his waist, and he's trying to wing a left uppercut from Mississippi, and he missed with it. So no more lefty. No more lefty. And I mean, Nyambayar hit him right on the lips with a straight right when he switched to lefty. That was a competitive second round. Let's see if Colbert switches to left again. Double jab by Colbert. Right, we're getting back to the jab. He's still in the conventional stance, and that's why I want to see him stay. Nice hand speed by Chris. Real nice hand speed by Chris. Ooh, Nyambayar went with a freak. Ooh, he's getting aggressive with Colbert. Got Colbert on the ropes. Why did you bag up? Nyambayar, go to the body. He should have stayed. Oh, he should have stayed on Colbert, because now Colbert's pissed. You made me look bad, bro. Replacement. Now I got to get some get back. Nice jab by Colbert. This is going to be more competitive than I thought. My man Heaven Williams just sent me an Instagram message. He's probably watching the Chris Colbert fight too. Now Chris is coming in a little recklessly, I think. He's not coming in bobbing and weaving, moving his head. He's walking straight in because Nyambayar has pissed him off with that flurry he just dished out against the ropes. Yeah, he's coming in a little reckless, man. You got to set up those shots, man. You got to throw some feints before you just come right in. Now Colbert's starting to go to the body. Now he switched to southpaw again, which I think is a dumb move on Colbert's part, because he's going to mess around and get caught with a straight right. He's going to get caught with a straight right. I'm telling you. See, he's dropped his hands again in the left-handed position. In the left-handed stance, his defense goes to crap. And he misses with the uppercut that he's trying to counter with. Stay out of the left-hand stance. See, he got caught coming in. He got caught coming in, Colbert did, and it hurt him. Uh-oh, now Colbert's coming back. Colbert gave him his back. He didn't mean to hit him on the back of the head, though. Competitive fight right now, y'all. Colbert see, I told y'all he was coming in reckless, right? And then Nyambayar came with that overhand right as he was coming in, man, and buzzed Chris Colbert. I see Chris Colbert's face right now. His eyes are wide. Like, what? Nice overhand right. It was kind of a slapping right by Colbert. Competitive fight, y'all. Real talk, my brother's 24 years old. AJ Ingram was wondering after our exhibition, whenever you get time and enough time for him to train, he was wondering if you wanted to go at it an exhibition. I don't know what that. Biker Dave, is your brother wanting to do an exhibition with me? Is that what you're saying? After me and you get down? Is that what you is that what you're asking me? Boom! Nice check hook by Nyambayar. Body shot. Body shot. Nice. And then he caught him with a right, a straight right. Now watch him coming in.
Yeah, that was the first time that he got
nice body work by Colbert. Now he caught Colbert coming in with one. Yep, boom. He went over Colbert's jab. And had him knock-kneed for a little bit. My brother AJ Ingram versus Real Talk Boxing. Whenever you get time to recover from the beating that I'm going to give you. Back in day talking trash. Listen. Okay, I'm going to get back to the fight in a minute. Biker Dave says, my brother AJ Ingram versus Real Talk Boxing. Whenever you get time to recover from the beating that I'm going to give you July the 1st. Like you. I like you, Biker Dave. Trey Ingram, I like you, brother. Talk that trash, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. If our fight goes well and I come out in one piece and I feel good, if your brother wants some time to train and he's calling me out now, is your brother calling me out? Tell me that. Is your younger brother calling me out? Answer me that. This is a very competitive fight now, y'all. They throwing haymakers, bro. Good exchanges on the inside. Chris Colbert, he's stepping forward ever so slightly, but he's trying to establish dominance. Now, Nyambayar is really coming over with that right hand. Trey, is your brother calling me out to a fight? I need to know that. Let me know. Okay, from what I'm gauging right now, Chris Colbert is getting a little reckless. And I really think he might get caught with something either over his jab or coming in. But he needs to settle down and regroup and establish his momentum and use controlled aggression and use his ability. Trey Ingram, is your brother AJ calling me out to a fight? After we fight, does he want to fight? Is he saying he wants Real Talk Boxing? Colbert looks a little tired to me, y'all. You know what? I have seen Nyambayar fight. I'm not sure. Gary Russell Jr. That's who I seen him fight against.
To a certain level, you know, he's staying in that range. And it's been more effective that way.
More difficult. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a hard. Colbert looks tired, y'all. Colbert looks tired. He is breathing hard. He's trying to have a straight face about him, but he looks tired. His trainer's telling him your defense has got to be a little higher. He's coming in reckless. Colbert's he's got to have somewhere where he can go get a taper or a fade, because just having hair on top of your head and the rest of it bald, that's what we used to do back in '94. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get a fade or a taper, bro. It can't just be the top of your head, man. That ain't a good look.
Going to the body and then getting that right hand in. It wasn't as flush as he would like it, but that punch is getting there.
Beautiful setup right hand.
Appreciate that.
Upstairs, boom. Go back up.
Round number 5, y'all. So far, this is a competitive fight. It's pretty even, too. Colbert comes out with the one. He threw a double jab and then threw the straight cross afterwards. Jab is really explosive again now. Looks like he's getting back technical. He's throwing the straight right over behind the ear. He needs to throw that straight right to Nyambayar's chest, and he'll connect better. And see, that's the reason why you're getting head-butted, Colbert. You're not throwing that straight right straight enough. Throw it towards the chest, not his ear. And Nyambayar needs to be a little bit more aggressive, for real, in my opinion. See, that's 20 seconds gone by. Nyambayar has not thrown a punch. Still hasn't thrown a punch. Finally threw a jab. Looks like it's... See, ooh, he caught Colbert with a nice check hook. Colbert is getting a little bit frustrated, y'all. That's what I see in him right now. Nice body shot by Nyambayar. Ooh, nice hook on the inside by Colbert. Lunging hook, connected nevertheless. If Colbert throws that straight right to the chest, he'll connect. Nice jab staying in the pocket. Nah, there it is. He threw it straight at that time and actually connected with it. Now, where's the hook? You got to wipe the nose with the hook after the straight right. Boxing 101, baby. 3-punch combination by Colbert, but he's starting to neglect the body now. Where's the body work? When you're on the inside, pull your arms out and throw body shots.
And it's all about momentum. You know, finding the way. Colbert was missing a little while ago, a couple of rounds behind. But you know, finding your way.
Ooh, Chris ran into a nice overhand right. Nyambayar is looking to time him coming in. You beat speed with timing. Nyambayar understands that Colbert's faster than him, so he's trying to time him. I like what I'm seeing in both fighters. There's a reason why Nyambayar is not throwing a lot of punches. He's looking for that one shot, that one counter. You're not going to the body, Colbert. Colbert won this round. This is Colbert's round. Nyambayar was pretty much inactive the whole time. The whole time. Now it looks like Nyambayar is getting a little tired. His trainer asked him how he felt 4 different times before he actually answered him. See, the way Colbert is throwing the right hand, he's kind of lunging in with his head because it's an overhand right. All he has to do is straighten it up. That's all he has to do. That hook was a slapping hook that he landed. It's because he's lunging in. Your feet has to be planted in order to throw a hook with the full intent, with the full power. Your feet had to be planted. Round 6. To me, it's an even fight. I gave that last round to Colbert. Let's see if he does anything different. He's still slapping with that hook. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And a lot of times Colbert's coming in with his head straight up. Most boxers nowadays neglect the body attack. The body and the head. Attack the body and the head will fall. You are completely right, Andrew. I preach it all the time, man. I preach it all the time. I wish Colbert would give different looks. Definitely not going to the southpaw stance anymore. He just landed with a nice straight right. He threw it straighter instead of overhand, and that's what I want to see. But where's the body? Nice uppercut on the inside. Where's the body attack though, bro? He's still slapping with the hook. Still slapping with the hook. He's going to suffer a headbutt on the inside the way he's throwing that right hand. He's winning this round, though. Chris Colbert. His defense is a little slicker this round. Moving their head a lot better. Avoiding punches. I want to see one of them get one or the other to the ropes, man. Get them to the ropes and start digging to the body. And this is boxing 101. If your opponent has a 30-40 second rest in between him throwing punches, take advantage of that. Take advantage of it. Move your hands. Be aggressive in spots where he's not. Dig to the body. From the body up. See again, inactivity from Nyambayar. And Chris Colbert is not known for a guy with a lot of power. So he's connecting hard punches, but Nyambayar is just eating them. Really eating those punches. And he's throwing a lot of punches right now. Colbert is. But no inside work by either of the fighters. I do not like the way Colbert throws that right hand. That was another round for Chris Colbert. This fight might go all 12. This fight just might go all 12. Chris Colbert refusing to sit down on the stool. Honestly, I think he needs to. He's starting to look a little tired. But I don't know. See, Colbert, when he's throwing his jab, the jab is straight. And he's setting up an angle to throw the right hand a lot straighter. But for some reason, like right there, he threw it straighter. He threw it down towards the side of his chin instead of his ear. But he kind of loops it sometimes. And he's dipping down with his head. And when he's dipping down, Nyambayar is dipping up. And if he keeps doing that, round 7, he's going to suffer a cut. Somebody's going to suffer a cut from the headbutt. Nice body shot on the inside by Colbert. I want to see more of that. African Shaolin, you still in here, bro? What do you think about this fight so far? What do you think Colbert has to do? They have Colbert up 59-55. I think it's yeah, 4 rounds to 2. Neither one of these fighters want to engage on the inside. When they get to a clinch, no one's backing out. No one's trying to release their hands and do some inside work. It looks like Colbert has decided to walk him down now. He's putting his winky right up and walking him down. Which I don't know how he's going to fare doing this because he's taking a lot of... Now, Nyambayar is starting to really unleash some counter punches and some combinations. And if you're going to walk somebody down, then you need to throw body shots. Nyambayar is getting off right now. He's definitely getting off right now. Yeah, I'm still here. I think Colbert should stay more active than Nyambayar. I have him winning so far. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think he's winning so far, but he's going a different approach now. He's trying to walk Nyambayar down, but in doing that, Nyambayar is getting off the combination. So I don't think this is the look that he wants to go for.
As Colbert has been these one and ones in the round, he hasn't been as effective as the lefty as well.
Lead right hand cups the side of Nyambayar's face. There's a right and a left that scores for Colbert.
Colbert's he's connecting to the head, man, but he's just not going to the body. Now he goes to the body and brings it back up. Hook to the body, hook to the head, same hand.
Crushing Nyambayar, Colbert pushing him back. A lot of his combinations, let his punches go.
He said he would break
Now he's going to the body, but when you clinch, where's the body work? Half step it back and give me some more body work. Colbert's round again. He's getting a little more. Ooh, he got Nyambayar right on the button at the end of the round. Okay, I like this. Competitive fight, though. I don't think Colbert will finish him. Now, Colbert ain't got the power to finish him. I don't think he has the power to finish him. He's not known for a power puncher. But if he digs to the body, Shaolin, if he digs to the body, that could help him.
California at the fabulous forum where $1 million and the championship will be on the line when Patricio Pitbull meets the undefeated #1 ranked contender AJ McKee in the featherweight World Grand Prix final at Bellator 263. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific, live on Showtime, the biggest fight.
I got Chris winning this fight. I got him winning this fight by a couple of rounds. And should he continue to do what he's doing, he'll win the fight by decision.
17-0.
Nyambayar is a lot tougher than I thought he was going to be, though. Eighth round, y'all. Chris looked like he's settled in. Nice straight right. Colbert on his toes now. Bouncing around on his toes. He's elected not to walk him down. He isn't throwing body shots. Exactly, Shaolin. He's not throwing them. Nice shot by Nyambayar. And he switched to southpaw again, which is watch him throw this stupid uppercut. He's going to throw this uppercut from way down below and possibly get countered. Chris Colbert. What I tell you, he just threw it. He needs to stay out of the left-handed stance, man. Chris Colbert's being very elusive right now. Very loose. Just got caught with a jab.
The key here for him is not to get discouraged, obviously, but he's got to put more punches.
Oh, it was a nice check hook by Nyambayar. Nice check hook. Colbert peppering with the jab. Nice lead hook on the inside. Should have followed up with a straight right. He's being really, really effective with the jab right now, Chris Colbert. Work on the inside. Don't just lay there. Work on the inside.
That was two really fast jabs by Colbert.
And remember earlier this fight when we saw Nyambayar land for what for him was almost a perfect right hand. Colbert was able to
I think it would be better if Colbert would double and triple up that jab before he threw the straight right hand. Gain some ground before he throws it because he's reaching for it. He's reaching for it. And he could be countered.
coming off an impressive stoppage win over Arboleta. And really
Nyambayar is just not active. Just not active at all in this round. Nice head movement by Colbert. Very nice head movement.
this one scheduled for 12 as Nyambayar trying to needs to find a way to get off that center line and avoid fat jab.
See, if Colbert continues to box this way, he'll cruise to a victory easy. Very easy. You got Colbert winning 7 rounds. Round 9 coming up. I got him winning 6 rounds. I do. I think it's a little more competitive than what the scorecards are letting off. But what's going on, Nico? Nico says, "Hey, bro, good luck on your fight. Hopefully you can stream it. I'd love to watch it live with some friends. Man, if we have good enough reception, I will. Pressure fights need pressure fights. Pressure fighters need to understand that body shots are the way to go. Canelo, Triple G, Chavez, Tyson, all pressure fighters, all body killers. Thank you, Andrew. You just said a mouthful. Thank you. You cannot neglect the body. You cannot neglect the body. 9th round. Colbert coming out with the jab again. He should have never left the jab, to be honest with you. It's on Showtime, David. Ramirez, it's on Showtime. Showtime PBC. Nice overhand right by Chris Colbert. Didn't follow up with anything. I'm currently trying to self-teach myself boxing using YouTube videos and watching film of boxing on boxers. Christian Diggs, if you're going to be self-taught, do that research. It'll help you. Pick you a fighter that you want to mimic. Pick a fighter that you like their style and try to mimic it and then make it your own. If you're self-teaching, man, do that. Colbert finally decides to fight on the inside, but there was not one body shot on the inside. Nyambayar is getting a little more aggressive. Colbert's really showing boxing skills. He's on his toes. Turning and using different angles on Nyambayar. Dipping down to his right and then coming in with his shoulder to get closer. Unofficial scorecards is 79 for Colbert, 73 for Nyambayar. See, he got caught coming in by Nyambayar throwing that overhand right. See, Nyambayar just had a good combination and just dumped a straight right on Colbert's chin, but then he bags up as soon as he gets into the ropes. What sense does that make? Oh. Thank you. He invested in getting in Nyambayar, and then he took a step back once he got his fighter where he needed him to be, to the ropes. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. Another round for Chris Colbert. He's on his way to a win, and unless he gets caught with something crazy. Because Nyambayar is just not active. He should have stayed on. That's what I'm saying, Shaolin. Should have stayed on him. Who do y'all think Tank Davis needs to fight next? What fight do you want to see Tank Davis in next? Let me see what y'all think. I want to see him against Ryan Garcia. Josh Taylor's a good one too. Not going to happen though, Christian. They're not crazy. Josh Taylor's a tough fight. I would like to see it too, but that ain't going to happen. Loma. Yeah, Loma's a good one too. Why not go straight for, the unified champion? Some say undisputed. Colbert's corner telling him to pick it up. Even though he's ahead, that's what you want to tell your fighter. Give him the extra initiative. How do y'all think Loma looked his last fight? I thought Loma looked great. I thought he looked fantastic. Linares? No, I don't think Christian. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to see that. I want to see him fighting undefeated, whether they have a title or not. Fighters. Ooh, Chris Colbert is starting to pick it up, y'all. He threw a 5-punch combination, and none of them were a body shot. Go figure. Colbert's throwing headshots, but he's just not going to the body. And he said he would stop Nyambayar in round 10. I don't see it happening. Loma wanted to make a statement and looked spectacular. He did. They are saying Crawford may fight Josh Taylor. That'll be a great fight. I'd love to see Crawford fight Josh Taylor. That'll be competitive. Yeah, Colbert ain't stopping this dude. I don't care what he says. He's stopping him in round 10. He's not stopping this dude. He has yet to hurt Nyambayar. And if you hadn't hurt him yet in 10 rounds, you're not going to hurt him. Maybe you could to the body, Colbert, if you go to the body. But we all know professional fighters nowadays neglect the body. They neglect it. Three fighters on his hit list at 140. Colbert winning all rounds. I think Colbert's won every round since round 5. Definitely. And he's won majority of the rounds. He's going to cruise to a victory. But okay, now Nyambayar has him to the ropes and doesn't do anything. Doesn't do steps back. Colbert's waiting there on the ropes with his hand mitts up. And I don't understand that. That's what I call dumb fighting. You have an opportunity to let your hands go and you won't do it. Two body shots on the inside by Colbert, which is surprising. Nice straight right hand by Colbert. Now, he can't miss with that jab. I told y'all he wasn't getting him out of here in the 10th round. Wilder got to be at home hoping Colbert gets caught. Yeah, because he's a little upset with Chris Colbert for speaking his mind, for speaking a lot of truth, man. Colbert didn't state anything that I've been stating. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think Wilder's going to win this fight? This trilogy match, if it happens? Y'all think Wilder's going to win? We're going into the 11th round. Does anybody think Deontay Wilder's going to win the trilogy fight against Tyson Fury?
Nyambayar was able to cut a couple things done when Colbert kind of went into a defensive shell. Not everything landing. In fact, a lot of that not landing, but a couple of those punches getting in.
Oh, you going to that fight, bro? That's pretty cool. Ramirez. Shaolin says, I have a feeling Wilder will win. Possible. I don't think so, but it's possible. Colbert reminds me of Haney because of his lack of power. I think Haney is a little more slicker than Colbert, but yeah, I can see that. I see that, Christian. 11th round. Colbert's on his toes again. He's doing a smart thing, boxing Nyambayar. Because he can't hurt him and he's not going to get him out of there. Might as well box and pepper him. He slaps with his punches, though. He slaps with his punches. I don't like that. And Nyambayar just, I don't understand. I don't know if it's too much respect. I don't know if he's afraid, but he's just not aggressive enough at all in this fight. Makes no sense to me. Colbert's playing it safe. He knows he's winning the fight, so he's just on his bicycle right now. Don't want to get caught with anything. Honestly, I think Wilder might get Tyson. I mean, it's possible, right? Tyson going to give it to Wilder again. Tyson has his number. That's what I think. I think Tyson has Deontay Wilder's number. I do. If Fury gets caught like he did in the first fight, anything can happen. Christian, you're right. If Fury comes in 300 pounds, comes in at 300 pounds, I think if Fury comes in at 300 pounds, that would be a terrible mistake for him to make. I think that's too heavy to be elusive enough to get away from that right hand of Deontay Wilder's. Here's what I don't understand, y'all, in this fight right here. I'm pretty sure Nyambayar's corner tells him that he's down in the fight. I'm pretty sure they tell him in the corner to be more aggressive. Or you need a knockout to win. He sees Chris can't hurt him. So why not go out on your shield? Go balls to the wall, get aggressive, and get this guy out of here. Why not do that? He's a professional fighter, right? Why isn't he not doing this? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. It's frustrating. Garcia versus Stevenson. Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia. I got Mikey Garcia in that fight. Too much experience. Too much experience. Good luck with your up and coming fight. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. All right, we are seconds away from the 12th and final round. We're going to see the same thing from Chris Colbert. He's just going to box and run. He's going to secure the victory. He has the rounds in the bag. Not really impressed with this fight. On Chris Colbert's side, I think Chris Colbert could have done a lot better in this fight. Could have gone to the body. I think I know how this fight is going to end now. It's not over till the last bell, but he's just dancing around the ring. Wilder only has a puncher's chance, but Tyson too smart and too slick to get caught by that right hand. Yeah. Christian, you say Stevenson? You say Stevenson will beat Mikey Garcia? Stevenson's a good fighter, man, but I don't think he has enough experience to beat Mikey Garcia. Plus, I wasn't impressed with this last fight. I really wasn't. Stevenson, that is. But Mikey Garcia has been out for a long time. Long time. Let's see if Colbert's actually going to be aggressive. I don't know if he will or not. Oh, Ryan Garcia. Sorry about that, Christian. I don't know who will win that fight. I honestly don't know. I think it's a 50-50 fight. The power advantage definitely goes to Garcia because Stevenson doesn't carry a lot of power. He couldn't get his last opponent out. I was not impressed with Stevenson's last performance at all, man. I gave him a lot of flack off that Riddick Bowe coming back. I heard on Facebook. What? Are you serious? Riddick Bowe does not need to come back. 119 to 109 for Colbert. Yeah, that's a good scorecard. African Shaolin. I mean, he won unanimously, but I just think he could have done a lot of things a lot better to at least hurt or get his opponent out of there. I just think Colbert could have sit down more on his punches, and he could have definitely gone to the body a lot more. Definitely. Yeah, he's playing it safe. He's on his bicycle. He's about to cruise to a victory. That's what I see. I tell y'all what, man. I think I know how this fight is gonna go. I want 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's crazy. That's as long as I've ever been on. I want to thank you guys for coming in and kicking it with your boy Real Talk. I want to thank Trey, aka Biker Dave, for coming in, man, and giving some entertainment. What is the weakest division, Christian? Heavyweight division. I think that's the weakest division in my opinion. But I want to thank you guys for coming in and checking your boy Real Talk out. This fight's about 40 seconds out, but I think I know how it's going to end. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. Thank you guys for engaging in this live stream. And we had fun tonight, man. We had fun. Thank you, Shaolin, African Shaolin. And till the next time, man, our next live stream, I'm going to try to do more live streams. Just random live streams here and there. And I'll be back, man. But until then, I'm gonna keep training, and y'all pray for me on this up and coming fight, cause it's gonna be legit, man. Definitely. So respect all, fear none to you guys. Respect.